Hello everybody and welcome to episode 10 of the 2003 Suzuki RM125 build. The bike is nearing completion, it runs, we've got all the plastics and graphics installed looking gorgeous, just a few things left to do. So I finally got the spoke nipples back from TCR, anodized black and ready to go. So now it's finally time to stop putting off rebuilding this rear brake and get it on the bike so that I can lace the wheel up and get it installed. I'll clean everything up with Pryme MX cleaning wheels, I'll be rebuilding the brake with Pro X rebuild kits, and I'll be using a new Galfer steel braided brake line. I have the rear brake all broken down. Here are the master cylinder components and the new Pro X rebuild kit all laid out. And here are the caliper components. These things are looking pretty nasty. Definitely going to need some time with the Pryme wheels, but I'll get them looking good as new. Let's do it. I'm gonna go ahead and dye a few parts. This is the brake line guide for the swing arm. This is the front brake line guide, and this is the rear brake fluid reservoir. Dyeing this black might not be super beneficial because I won't really be able to see through it, but I think it'll look really good on the bike. And when you're bleeding the brake, you're gonna have this cap off anyway, so I don't think it's a big deal. I'm gonna be using RIT dye. The only thing I've ever done this with is RIT Dye More, which is a synthetic fiber dye. This is the original, so I'm not sure if it's gonna work or not. So, gonna go find out. The Dye More has been really hard to find, which is why I'm using this. All of my rear brake parts are cleaned up, laid out, and ready for a rebuild. These parts all cleaned up beautifully. Brake is gonna look great. Here are all the pieces of our new Pro X kit. And same for the caliper. Everything's looking awesome. So the dye did not work for this reservoir. It did work for the other two pieces. So different composition of plastics, whatever it's made of, but this is what this guy's gonna look like. I'm not going to bother actually mounting this yet because I'm going to need to bleed it, and this is much more accessible than tucked under the frame like that. The rear brake and the new brake line is now installed. It has not been bled yet. I will do that once the wheel with the rotor is installed. So now it's time to get some wheels laced up. TCR did an awesome job anodizing these rims. I think the gold and blue is just gonna look incredible. This day has been long awaited. I finally get to lace up some wheels. Traditionally, when I've laced wheels, I've just put grease on the spokes as anti-seize, but of course using actual anti-seize is a better alternative, so I finally bought some of this stuff. So let's get this rear laced up. Boom! Rear wheel is laced and trued, looking gorgeous. The rear wheel is laced up and ready for rubber. I've got this gorgeous Dirt Trick sprocket installed with some new fast metric hardware. Next step, I'll get this freshy Shinko 540 rear tire mounted up. And the bead set first try. That never happens. The rear wheel is completely done and ready for installation. Turned out better than I could have imagined. Again, a huge thank you to everybody who made this possible. We have Pro X wheel bearings in here. Powder Coating of Montana did a beautiful job on these hubs. Dirt Tricks for the sprocket. Excel Spokes and Shinko Tires, who've been supporting my builds for a long time. Always appreciate running Shinkos on these builds. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. It looks so good. I mean, so good. So freaking good. The OEM front rim needs to be altered a little bit to fit these XL spoke nipples. I'm gonna bore these holes in the rim out to 11/32 of an inch. 35 more to go. Can we please take a moment of silence for all of the popped tubes out there? Take 2, heavy duty tube installed, which is what I intended to use the first time and completely forgot. Boom, no leaks on this one, just gotta get this bead to set. Yep, there she is. The front wheel is now complete, laced up with Excel spokes, mounted with a fresh Shinko tire. Let's get it on the bike. That is going to conclude Sunday, April 17th. Got both wheels laced up and installed on the bike today, so incredibly happy with that progress. Bike is looking gorgeous. The color match on the hubs turned out just beautiful. While the bike might look like it's pretty much done, there's still a good bit left to do. Already starting to dream about that first ride on it. If you enjoyed the video, please click that like button and leave a comment below. I love reading what you guys have to say, and I respond to pretty much everything. Also, a list of some of the parts and tools used in this video can be found in the description. I do get commission on those links, so it helps me out and supports my content. So if you guys are enjoying what you're seeing and want me to keep it going, use those links if you're looking for some of these products. Check out my Instagram account, Kincade Builds Bikes, and I'm also on TikTok now. My stuff on TikTok has been popping and it's been pretty fun. On Instagram and TikTok, you get previews of these episodes a little bit before they're posted sometimes, so if you want to check those out, I'd really appreciate it. Just over a week left until the contest deadline for Cameron Niemela's Broke to Built contest, so we're cutting it close, but we're almost there. All right, see you guys soon with episode 11.